accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, 10:4-6 at C. Annual notice having been forwarded to the New Jersey Herald and the New Jersey Sunday Herald and posted on the bulletin board maintained in the municipal building for public announcement. Will you please rise and join me? A salute to the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Shirella,
Here.
Mr. Diamond,
Present.
Ms. Dora, Mr. Academic, Mr. Academic,
Here.
Ms. Croft. Here. Councilman Kuzic.
Present.
Mr. Maslowski.
Here.
Mr. Rossi. Chairman Ray.
Here.
Mr. Tappan.
Here.
Mayor Galati.
Okay, we have a quorum. Next item on the agenda is minutes. A motion is in order to approve the minutes of the September 2nd, 2000. I think that's wrong. Right,
Second.
what was the meeting day? Last meeting day? We know what it was? Last.
It was like March 3rd.
So it was like March 17th? No, it was on St. Patrick's Day.
17.
It was on-
St. Patrick.
Was it really?
Yes. All right, that's a typo on the agenda. A motion is in order to approve the meeting minutes of March 17th, 2026.
As modified, motion.
Motion? Okay.
Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Academic,
Yes.
Ms. Croft,
Yes,
Councilman Kuzic.
Yes.
Mr. Maslowski.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Okay, next item is resolutions. We have two tonight. The first resolution is Mark Annis. The hearing date was March 3rd, 2026. It was for some modifications of conditions on variance approval. Do I have a motion to approve that resolution?
Make a motion. Second.
Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Academic,
Yes.
Ms. Croft,
yes,
Councilman Kuzic.
Yes.
Mr. Maslowski.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Okay, second resolution is Mark Gruber. The hearing date was February 18th, 2026. It was a variance for construction of a dock. Do I have a motion to approve that resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Academic,
Yes.
Ms. Croft,
yes,
Councilman Kuzic.
Yes.
Mr. Maslowski.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Abstain.
Okay, next item is correspondence. We have none. Next item is escrow refunds. We have none. So then we'll go on to bills. Mott McDonald, Dolan and Dolan, New Jersey Herald, and French and Pearl. Do I have a motion to pay the bills?
so moved,
Second.
Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Academic,
Yes.
Ms. Croft,
yes,
Councilman Kuzic.
Yes.
Mr. Maslowski.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Point of order. Mr. Chairman, it says, motion in order to approve the bills for the meeting of September 2nd.
September 2nd's on this.
Because she probably.
We'll change that to March 17th, 2026. I have to have a talk with her. Making us look bad up here. Okay, next item is zoning officer report. Bill, do you have anything?
No, nothing.
No? Okay, perfect. Discussion? Any discussion? Old business? Seeing none. New business? Seeing none. We'll move on to the agenda. First new application is Walter Hill, 17 Lakeland Drive, block 31402, lot 52. The applicant is proposing to reconstruct and relocate a dock on his property.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Daniel McCarthy III from PACCOM on behalf of Mr. Walter Hill, who stands to my right. For some of your real estate risk, don't know. True. Exhibits here. Just some clear information on the front. I happen to catch in today's mail, the affidavit from the New Jersey Herald, the publication, which I would. Let's make it clear. I got you. Thank you. Okay, and then for witnesses, tonight I have Mr. Hill, who's the property owner, and I have Fred Stewart, who's the local surveyor and engineer, so both will testify. Well, if you would like to swear them in, or
Want to do that right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gentlemen, to clear firm testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Would you be kind enough to state your name, spell your last name, and give us
Will Fairfield, Hill,
and your address?
1 Central Avenue, Packline.
I think the work has to, you can go to an RT 459 Route 46, Penville, New Jersey.
Thank you.
And Mr. Stewart, you're a professional engineer, correct?
And land surveyor.
And licensed land surveyor?
Yep.
And have you testified before this board in the past?
Yes.
Care to guess how many times, or do you have any recollection?
2 or 3 times.
Hopefully.
We'll accept them.
Okay. All right, okay, Mr. Hill, can you describe, when did you acquire this piece of property?
August 15th, 1994,
And who did you acquire it from?
from Mr. and Mrs. Pellick.
Okay, now, the subject tract that's before the board tonight is lot 52 and block 31402, but you also own another piece of property, 1 Central Avenue, is that
That
correct?
is correct, yes.
But for the road that's between the two, they'd be contiguous, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so you use both properties and consider both as your residence, is that
I
correct?
do, yes.
Right? So your dock, is it true that your dock sustained some damage during the winter of 24 to 25?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, it wasn't completely destroyed, was it?
No,
Okay, so can you describe briefly what was done? I know we have some pictures coming up, but just very briefly for the board. Describe what happened.
the dock is L-shaped and the L at the end is now underwater. Half of it's underwater.
Okay. Let's talk about the history of the dock, if we can.
Okay.
I have for the board's consideration an affidavit of authenticity from Marty Kane of the Historical Museum, because we have some pictures of him. I have some copies.
A1?
Actually, yeah, I guess that has to be A1, or we'll call that, we just call that A1.
And that's what I just
Yeah,
did.
because I have exhibits pre-marked as A1A and so forth, so,
Oh,
but I think we can go with the way I've done it.
what are you suggesting?
Well, we can call that A1 because I have A1A, A1B. So, Mr. Hill, I'm gonna show you what I've marked as collectively exhibits A1A, A1B, and A1C. I'm gonna walk you through those in a minute, but I want to just hand some copies to the board professionals here.
These are,
They're photographs that were taken 1955 as per Mr. Kane's affidavit from the Historical Museum. Mr. Kane is the president of the Lake Hopatcong Historical Museum, which is in the Hopatcong State Park, and they maintain records and paraphernalia and memorabilia concerning all things Lake Hopatcong. So, Mr. Hill, did you approach Mr. Kane about getting some aerial photographs
I did,
of
yes.
your property?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. I'm going to refer you to exhibit A1A. The exhibit numbers are at the bottom.
Right.
Can you describe what is on exhibit A1A?
Screenshot of the photos I received from Marty Kane. Purpose of taking this was to show the 1955 date on the first picture.
Okay, and A1B is the next page. What is depicted on
It's the
A1B?
first picture blown up. It's a section of it showing where my property is and where my dock was in 1955.
Okay, so just to be clear, the picture in A1A, which says 1955 JPG,
Mhm.
that is on A1B
That is-
enlarged?
Correct.
Okay, and it looks like there's some markings on that photo. Can you describe what those markings are?
The markings are to show my dock and also the property where it juts out. This is the only piece of property that juts out. So just to prove that it's really my property.
Okay, now this is gonna come up in testimony later, but I just for point of reference, so we know where things are. Is there a stream nearby on your property?
Yes, there is right there, right near the arrow to the right.
So does the arrow kind of point to where the stream is?
Kind of does, yes.
Okay. Right, the next grouping here is A1C. Can you tell us what A1C is?
It's a very similar picture, just to show that this is 17 Lakeland Drive where the arrow is.
Okay. All right, next up would be applicants A2.
that is,
This, Mr. Hill, I'm gonna hand this around and he will explain what it is. Thank you. And I think I'm specifically gonna hand one of these three. More on that later. All right, so Exhibit A2, can you describe for the board, what is Exhibit A2 and why is it pertinent?
But for the flyer that I received from the realtor, who was Donegan and Son. Prior to buying the house, it clearly shows the dock was there.
Oh, when you said Donegan and Son, are you referring to William Donegan III, who is the zoning officer currently?
I am, yes,
Okay. So as you understood it, was this more or less like a realtor's flyer for the property?
that is correct, yes,
Okay, does this show the dock as it existed when you purchased?
that
it?
is correct,
Okay, and that dock is still presently there.
that is correct.
Okay.
Minus the railings.
Minus the railings. Okay, next up would be exhibits applicants A3, A, B, and C, which I'm gonna pass around. Money. Explain what this is in a second. Excuse me, each. Okay, Mr. Hill, the next grouping of pictures would be A3, A, B, and C. Can you explain what is depicted in A3, the numbers being at the top, A3A?
Showing the damage to the L portion of the dock on the left-hand side.
And when were these pictures taken approximately, if you recall?
They've been Friday,
Approximately
about 2 weeks ago.
after the damage occurred.
What long after the damage occurred, yeah.
Okay, and what is depicted in A3B?
It's just the same thing from a different angle. Same thing with the see,
Okay, and how about A3C?
the same thing from a different angle.
Okay. Okay, next up is applicant A4. A through C. I'll pass these around. A. Okay, Mr. Hill, applicant's A4A appears to be a graph of some sort. Can you explain what this graph represents?
Yes, we took the measurements of the water depth versus the length of the dock. The dock is currently 75 feet long. And at the end of the dock, it's a 75-foot mark. It would be around 55 inches of water if the lake is full. So it's showing that if it were a 30-foot dock or 29-foot dock, according to the current ordinance, it would only be 29 inches of water.
Now, this dock is in Great Cove, correct?
Mhm.
Excuse me, Davis Cove.
Davis Cove.
Across from Great Cove.
Davis.
So, this area of the lake on weekends, is it very busy?
Oh, it is, yes.
Are there a lot of waves?
Yes, there are.
So when you park a boat here, does the boat bounce up and down?
Sure does.
So if you don't have adequate water depth, what could happen to the bottom of the boat or the outright?
Whacking on the bottom of the lake.
Okay. Now we referred to one of the earlier exhibits, I think it was, A1B, and I asked you if there was a stream present.
Correct, yes.
Okay, that stream that is next to your house, does that flow heavily during severe
Oh, yeah,
rain?
yes, very heavily.
Does the water get discolored
It
when it
does,
flows through there?
yes.
So is the type of the substance on the bottom, is it like kind of muck?
It is muck,
As
yes.
if it's like a sediment delta?
Correct, yes.
So soil and runoff has been accumulating in the area of your dock for many
It
years.
was many, many years, yes.
Okay, so is it plausible in your judgment as a layperson that the reason that the water seems rather shallow in the area of your dock is because of the delta?
It's very possible, yes.
Okay. Right, and then we have A4B.
It's just pictures of showing us doing the measurements.
There's a young man depicted in the picture,
That's
right?
my grandson here.
Okay, and there's something orange by your grandson's foot. What is
That's
that?
a ruler to measure the length of the dock.
Okay. And for,
Same thing here.
there's some markings on a piling
Mhm.
on A4C. What's the markings to demonstrate?
The depth of the water.
Okay, so this collectively, A4A through C, it demonstrates the activities you took to take all these measurements to come up with a graph in A4A. Is that what that's about?
That's correct, yes.
I think that's it for exhibits for Mr. Hill.
Yes, it is, I believe.
So I think. Okay, I think with that, we're ready for Mr. Stewart. I would reserve the right to call Mr. Hill for any clarification points. Okay, Mr. Stewart, you're standing in front of a map, correct?
That's correct.
And can you describe what's depicted on that map? Is that a survey map?
This is a survey of the property or properties, I should say. This includes a survey of lot 52, which is a lot in question tonight. And
Did you
also lot
create that
40.
survey?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. And what's the date?
The date has been revised to 10/3/25.
Okay. So can you describe what is,
Can I interrupt one second? Is that the same map that was submitted as part of the plan?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Yes. Welcome. We are in the R1 zone and lot 52, which is a rectangular piece here, fronts on Lakeland Drive and also, of course, Lake Hopatcong. Just to the north of us is a residential home or two residential homes. We actually about two properties there. And there's the stream that we were just talking about or just testified to that dumps the some sediment into the lake and then goes along the property out towards the dock area that we're describing tonight. To the south of us is another residential home. And as you can see, I have also depicted on here several docks within the area. And you can tell that they are basically the same length or even longer than what our dock is. And that supports the condition that's out there right now, which is shallow depth of the water. Shallow depth near shoreline, of course, you need a longer dock to get out to deeper water to park your boat properly so it doesn't bottom out on the bottom of the lake. So as you can see, it is the character of the area to have this length of a dock in this section of the lake. Okay, so what we are proposing here is to replace this existing dock, excuse me, of 430 square feet, 75 feet long, which is above your requirement of 50 feet. The dock itself is 5 feet wide, a 5-foot catwalk going out to the L shape that is currently in disrepair right now. And that area is about 15 feet by 8.5 feet at the end of that dock. We are also shifting the dock further to the south away from the boundary line. Right now, the dock itself is over the boundary by about a foot. We're shifting the dock downward or south 3 feet, 3.5 feet or so, to be 2 feet off the property line, extended out into the lake. And this way, we are bettering that situation where the requirement for Hopatcong is 10 feet, and we're going to be at 2 feet. Currently, we're actually over the line. So that's a better situation overall for this project. There's also what I would call existing non-conforming conditions for the dock itself. There's several of those which do not comply with the ordinance. We are not changing those, although we are shifting the dock. We're just not changing the size at all, which would be the dock length. The dock length has to be the width of the lot, which is the width at about 28 feet, or the length of the pier head line, which the pier head line, as defined by your ordinance, is 50 feet from the bulkhead. So we don't need that either. So therefore, this is another variance that we are requesting for the placement of this dock. Another section of the ordinance requires that 15% of the water area to the pier head line, that dock has to be 15% of the area to the pier head line. So that area is equates from the bulkhead line to 50 feet out, which is 1,404 square feet. Our dock is, or times that by 15%. So 15% at 1,404 square feet. That's 226 square feet. Our dock is at 430 square feet, again, because of the length of the dock. Another section of the ordinance, which is the sum of the lengths of all the legs shall not exceed 50 feet. The perimeter of our proposed dock and existing dock is at 179.2 feet. So again, that's another variance technique that we need to have for this existing non-conforming condition. Now, there's also several existing non-conforming conditions for the property itself for lot 49, or I'm sorry, lot 52 that exist. There's no principal structure on the property. And as you just heard testimony to, that the residence is at lot 49 and lot 52 is utilized as part of lot 49. And as you can see, there is a parking area right off of Lakeland Drive that is used by lot 49. The septic system is also located underneath that parking area. And as you continue down the property, there's several sheds, mainly for lake use and for, of course, the property across the street. That's utilized as well. And then continuing down to the lake for the dock itself. Another existing non-conforming condition for lot 52 is the existing lot area is at 5,063 square feet, where 15,000 square feet is required. The lot width is at 29.5 feet, where 120 feet is required. And the accessory structures on the site, they are on the boundary line. There are a few sheds that are on there. There's two smaller sheds that are on the boundary line. The one shed is approximately 1.3 feet off, where 15 feet is required. So again, another existing non-conforming condition for that existing lot. And then another section of your ordinance is retaining wall. The retaining wall that holds back the parking area and septic itself. That is on the boundary line as well. Which is 0 feet and 5 feet is required for that. So again, another condition. You know, we see the reasoning for our length of our dock, which is really the whole idea why we're here. And that's driving all these other variances that we need is the length of the dock. And as you heard, the sediment in the lake and the depth of the lake causes us to have that dock being 75 feet out into the lake so we can park a boat properly.
Okay, Mr. Stewart, did you happen to receive the February 9th, 2026 letter of the board's professional, Mr. Keenan?
Yes, I did.
Okay, would you care to review some of his concerns and what some possible answers might be to those concerns?
I believe I addressed 1 through 3 already. As far as the existing cribbing, that's one thing we're trying to do here is to maintain the existing structure within the lake, so we don't have to reconstruct underneath the dock area itself. So we're trying to maintain that, and with that, we're able to shift the dock that few feet and still utilize what's in the lake rather than reconstruct that as well.
Are you gonna have a problem where your dock is gonna be hanging unsupported?
No, I don't think so. I think we'll be able to support that fully with what we're doing here.
So you're not planning on putting any piles, putting anything else other than,
We're not planning to,
Okay.
but once you start ripping it apart, I'm not 100% sure you understand that.
Yeah.
We use an older dock, so we'll see once we rip the decking off and the sides of the dock, we'll be able to tell what's left and what we can replace them for use. But
But
intention
if
is
you're
to-
moving it 3 feet over, it's gonna just require new footings and all of that. You can't.
No, we can cantilever.
You can't cantilever.
Yeah, we can cantilever. As long as we can still cantilever the dock that few feet. It's a 5-foot wide dock, but we'll just have parts of the structure, maybe outside that little area.
building?
And what's on the bottom.
Pre-existing cribbing you're talking about?
Exactly, a pre-existing cribbing, we're gonna maintain, we hope. And then we're just gonna have a cantilever dock over that existing cribbing. It should work.
Is this a floating dock?
No.
Cause I see all the poles.
Well, I'm gonna ask Mr. Hill, so, Mr. Hill, you have been in contact with one of the local, dock contractor specialists,
Yeah.
correct? So is it your understanding that he's gonna try and work with as much of the native materials as possible?
If possible,
And
yes.
then if it turns out that he's gotta put in a piling or do something,
It'll be steel.
it'll be steel and he would do that. But at the end of the day, you're gonna keep what is shown on Mr. Stewart's map. In other words, the location of the dock in exactly where he shows it. But you know, what may change is instead of a wood piling that may have to be moved and there may be a steel piling put in its place.
That is correct.
Okay, but that's gonna be really left to the judgment of the contractor when he does the job.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay,
Basically, you're taking a pre-existing non-conforming dock, you're bringing it back onto your property by a couple feet, no expansion, no bigger,
No
nothing.
bigger. It's
And
gonna be as
making
big
it
as what's
safer.
there now.
yes.
And making it safer.
So
Well, that's a good thing.
So the length of the dock is still 75 feet existing and the proposed is 75 feet also, right?
That's correct. Same shape.
It's the same thing, Steven, just moving.
Well, I
Yeah,
understand that,
just
but something, I don't know, something doesn't look right. And there's no principal structure in the lot, but yeah, we have 3 sheds. And 2 of them, it seem like they're like right in the line, right?
Yeah, 2 of them are basically right on the line, yes.
Well, Mr. Hill, the two of the 3 sheds, are they Rubbermaid sheds? What
Yeah,
kind
they're
of,
Rubbermaid.
describe what they are?
Yeah, Riverman shed.
They're not technically intended to be permanent, right?
Right.
Okay.
Storage boxes.
What are all these lining the property? These boats?
Oh, those are, kayaks, yeah.
Kayaks.
How many kayaks do you have on the property, sir?
That's my son, that they're all his.
Well, how many are on the property lining the?
I thought I saw maybe about 7 or 10.
I mean, that's like a yacht, or like a marina.
Probably at least 6, 7.
Well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Two canoes. and
But they're
kayaks.
personal use.
Yeah.
Personal use.
We want to have your son testify.
These are all being,
If anybody's interested, I can have his son testify as to the kayaks. We have to swear him in.
I just wanna know that they're all usable and they're not just sitting there
Mhm.
as, you know, just a border.
No, they're all usable.
Okay,
And they're used just for your family, right?
Right.
There's no other use for
Guests.
them. Guests and your family.
Correct.
So you're not running a kayak marina, right?
No.
Okay, all right.
Well, they don't have gas in them, so that's the plus.
that wasn't my concern. My concern was just that they were just laying there for,
Well, they were along the side of the property.
I don't know how long.
All right, well, we don't have anything about how many kayaks you can have. So that's not really anything.
I think that, and Mr. Hill, just to emphasize kind of what I want to illustrate what I perceive to be kind of a catch-22 situation that you're in, right? So you have this dock which has sustained some damage.
Mhm.
And it's your view that it's a pre-existing non-conforming use.
Correct.
So you kind of have to preserve that use so you don't lose it on one hand.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, the dock is there and it's kind of looks a little disheveled and it's kind of bobbing in the lake a little bit and it should be fixed.
Correct.
So that kind of paints the catch-22 that you're in? Okay.
I mean, I was there, like the first 30 feet of it is, it's up to your knees maybe, so it is not usable to put a boat or anything there, you know?
Yeah, and
And it's pre-existing. We have documentation that it was there in 1955 and nothing's changed since then. So it's pre-existing non-conforming. If you just want to bring it a little bit more into conformance by getting it on your property and 2 feet into your property, then, that's a good thing.
and I'm familiar with some of the sentiment in the area. I mean, for those people who do cleanup on the lake when it's lowered, if you get stuck in the muck, particularly when you sink above your knees, you cannot extricate yourself. So I do understand how that crud kind of just builds up along the shoreline. So it's reasonable to back off of that.
So. Okay, any other questions of the,
All we have, I think, unless the board has any further questions.
any questions for any of? No? Okay, at this time I'll open this application to the public. Does anybody from the public wish to comment on this application? Okay, seeing none, I'll close it to the public and bring it back to the board for a motion.
Motion to approve.
Okay,
I'll second that.
motion is second.
Mr. Cirilla,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Academic,
Yes.
Ms. Crock,
Yes.
Councilman Kuzic.
Yeah.
Mr. Middlesky,
Yes.
Chairman Rice,
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Thank you. And can we have a waiver of memorialization, so we can get the permits, if that's okay?
Yeah, we need a motion.
Need a motion to-
All right, we need a motion to approve a waiver of memorialization.
Yeah.
Motion is second.
We did the first.
Then John? There you go.
And who did the,
Steve and Rich.
Mr. Cirilla,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Academic?
Yes.
Ms. Croft?
Yes.
Councilman Kustvich?
Yes.
Mr. Maslowski?
Yes.
Chairman Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Tobin?
Yes,
Good luck.
thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.
I wish William Parker was with her.
Okay, next application is Sonia Reynos, 44 Mass Road, block 10901, lot 61.
Chairman, I have to excuse myself. This is my next door neighbor.
Thank you. Yep. Judy will step down for this. And she's free to give testimony on that side of the, correct? I mean, she's stepping down because I guess this is a neighbor and she's free to, at the public part.
Preferably not.
Okay.
You swear affirm the testimony that you're about to give us. Please, help me God. Good?
I do.
You just state your name, spell your last name, and give us your address.
My name is Sonia Reynoso. I live at 44 Mass Road, Hopatcong, New Jersey, 07843.
I assume you're not represented by anybody.
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell the board what it is that you're seeking to accomplish by this application?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Sure. Why don't you tell us about the application so that the board understands it?
Okay. I have a patio since I moved. It's a patio in my backyard. Since I moved here, I've been having nightmare every time it rains because my house gets flooded. My house, I guess it's a river coming through my house or something because none of my neighbors get flooded, only me. And then, because my house is like down, I had to close my garage because my garage was down. It was getting flooded all the time. I came here, I got permission, I closed my garage because it was nightmare. Then I had a patio in the back too. It's the same thing. It's a pump, sub pump over there. When it rains come from the top, water come from the bottom too. Still getting flooded. Then I decided to close the patio because it's like, I don't mean to have that. It's like every time it rains, water come through. And then in my basement, I have my house is not that big. Then I have my pantry in my basement. I have my closets in my basement. Everything gets flooded, everything gets more a mess. Then that's what I'm clothing. Then I have an empty spa. I have my little 3 years old, he's a little special. He loves water and that's making him relax. Then my husband worked for Home Depot. They gave him a jacuzzi and say, okay, instead of closing that empty patio, there's not me. Let's put a little jacuzzi over there for the baby. If he can relax at least in the winter, we can have it. That's my main. Then after I close my garage, I don't have no place to put my snow cleaning, my blowers, my thing. Then I brought in Walmart one of those sheds to put those equipment because I don't have no garage now to put the snow blower, all those things. That's the reason I'm here. Oh, and in my backyard, I don't have no grass. I'm allergic to grass and other stuff because I went through a health issue in 2024. They had to remove my breast. And then I can be in no grass, no nothing. Then I pulled, I pulled like, not grass, the little
Rocks, gravel.
grass. And then I had a little pervert coming through because it's hard to pull, in the grass all the time. I like a little walk around my little backyard. That's the situation that I'm here today. I know I'm supposed to be asking first, for permission, but he's like my husband, he's a truck driver, he never homes, and then when he comes home for a couple minutes, he started building things because it's always for a week, for 2 weeks out. Then when he has time, he started doing stuff because he never has time. And then I said, well, let's go ask first, before we build something. But I didn't know for the chair I had to get because that was built already. I just bought in Walmart and we just put it together. But for clothing the patio, it's not something that I'm doing because it's something that I know because I need it. Like I can close my garage. It rained. I could show you pictures of water through here to my basement. I could show you. I'm not lying. I'm not doing that for fun, to have a spa.
Okay, you don't have to get upset. Don't get upset. Don't get upset.
Because somebody came here having a spa. I'm making that as a spa. I'm not, and God knows, I'm not making as a spa. I'm making that to control, to sleep when it rains, because I do not sleep when it rains, because my house gets flooded all the time.
Yeah, we're right.
I'll never be in this situation, it's like, I feel so.
I'm looking at two aerial photographs. One is from 2025, and the other one is from 2021. So were there permits for the pool, any of that? Anything that's back there?
I mean, the pool, ultimately there were, but when they moved in, there were no permits.
There's nothing in that yard that-
They backed into that, and that's one of the variances we're asking, because the pool needed to be 10 foot off property lines, and I'm sure they were a little close on one side. And then, of course, we took the permit for the gazebo. And then they did come in and they did the permits to close the garage, because the garage was, but the water was going down into the garage and flooding, so that was a way.
I do remember that house had the driveway, I mean, it was, I don't know what they were thinking when they built that house, but the driveway sloped down into the garage, so when it rained,
Yeah, I know.
and they're in a low spot to begin with, you know, so I'm sure that closing that garage helped substantially,
I'm in peace
Yeah.
that way, but I thought,
yeah.
the back it was not, but now the back is still giving problems.
Let me ask you this, that little back, on the original aerial survey, I can see like a foundation there, like the door coming out of the basement of the house. That wall was always there?
All that.
That was there, Bill?
Yeah, it
Everything.
was there, and it's recessed, and
It's very down.
That is
Okay.
part of the issue, the water happens to come down.
Okay.
And then get into the house. It's just that, look, we've had the installation of the walks, which are more lot coverage, the shed, more lot coverage. Gazebo, although we did have the permit, it was located along, so we're asking for variance for the location of the gazebo.
I mean, I was there today, the backyard is very busy, I mean, there's a lot going on back there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like in 4 years, there's a lot
Yeah.
of work that took place in this property. Was the neighbors, and did anybody complain during this?
And that's what kept bringing me to the property, otherwise you probably wouldn't even know what's going on. Yeah.
I guess I'm seeing two issues. One is the issue of flooding, which and I may be wrong, but I think that's typically addressed through some pumps, French drains, things of that nature, not a pool or a hot tub. That's not the first two things I think of for water issues.
Yes,
Water issues, I think, can be handled without any property updates, but I thought the issue today was there are these property updates that seem to be varied from what was permitted, right? You were allowed to construct a pool, but a pool couldn't be too close to the side. You were allowed to put in a shed, but the shed can't be so close to the neighbor. And I thought the purpose today was to understand why, from an engineering or a construction standpoint, was it necessary to put the pool where it was, or the shed where it was, or these other things, not to address water issues?
Well, there's a variance for impervious coverage. And Mrs. Reynoso, I have an issue. There's also an extra hot tub in the backyard.
that's a garbage one, because
Yeah. I'll be candid with you. I think you can improve your situation if you remove some of the issues in the backyard. You're asking for a variance for impervious coverage because you're over the percentage. So, I'll be candid with you. If you can remove,
that,
what did you call it? The hot tub is.
the hot tub is garbage, because that was the one that was inside, but
Right.
this Hummer, it was like a big wrap like this, and they ate everything, and they ate the cable, and we had to take that out. We're waiting now to take it out of the property. That's not gonna stay there. You guys could go.
There you go.
That's gonna go. It's broken. It's damaged.
Yeah, if you could remove that.
That's
and-
it's damaged. That's not gonna stay there.
That's the
100%.
inside one or the outside?
No, the outside.
the
That was the
outside
mesh.
one.
Okay.
If you could remove that and,
100%.
there's
And
also,
pool?
not that this is, under this, but there's also a lot of refuse along the, fence line that could be removed also. If you could remove all that, I think that would improve your impervious coverage issues.
There's a lot of probably garbage that you.
Yeah, it's a lot of it, yeah,
Yeah,
because,
clean
in
up
the
the fl-
summer, the whole winter, we just think.
Listen, I was there.
To clean now in the summer.
And I saw the thing you built around the sunken patio.
Yeah.
I can understand putting a roof over that only because with nothing on that, that thing is just a bowl. The water is collecting it. So if you can shed that water away from that onto the ground, I think that probably helped your situation quite a bit too by putting that little. But I just think it's not, from a construction standpoint, it's kind of, I don't know, looks like the wind could blow it over really if it had to. I mean, if you're gonna get an approval to close that existing foundation in, it has to be done properly with permits and drawing, not what's there. I mean, it's got that little plastic
Well, I
corrugated.
put that out because I closed this way first because, with all the snow they came, it went all over to the hot tub. But the one with the plastic, that temporary until I get my approval to close the whole thing because I didn't want it to close that part too. You guys give me approval, I'm gonna close that part with the plastic. So I just did a little temporary because when it was raining a lot, the water was still coming.
So
When it was snowing,
your thinking is to remove what's there and to construct it with current construction guidelines?
no, it's only one part that is with plastic. I wanted to,
The thing up there was plastic.
yeah, the plastic, yeah, because they say,
So you're going to remove that and
if
construct the
if
roof?
they let me, I could do, but they told me I can't prove nothing else when they say I can use.
It will require building permits if you're able to get the approvals tonight.
Okay, if I
It
get
has to
a-
be properly constructed and it has to aesthetically, it has to look like it's not a shanty. You know what I'm saying? You have to
Yeah, I
construct
understand,
it
yes.
properly. If you're gonna put windows in there, everything has to be done with a
Yes.
drawing and the building inspector would have to approve it. And he would watch the construction. He would come out and inspect it to make sure everything was done to code. I don't think anybody has a problem with you closing in that little thing, only for a water problem, because I do know that house over the years, it's always been a problem,
I didn't know.
you're in the bowl, you're in the bottom of the bowl. The house, there's no French drain that's gonna help her, you know what I'm saying? She is in the bottom, it has to get pumped out of there in order to even make it.
Yeah, but all this improvement to a property doesn't help the drainage issue.
No, I'm not.
I absolutely
No,
agree
I'm
with
not.
Yeah, that's the
So-
point. We were talking about water mitigation.
Yeah, the
and
water
then-
has nothing to do, I mean, having a tub for your water is not gonna help you anything.
No,
Unless it's hot water. But what was the last complaint from the neighbors at that property? Like, what was the last complaint?
It was when they started, building the roof structure from the back and did they have any permits
And how long ago was that?
well, it's taken a little time because we were working from an older, it's probably about a year. I don't know the exact timeframe. But they actually had to go out and get a new up-to-date survey because
I've seen.
of all the walks and everything.
we
built
have
the way
here.
up.
They were more
Back into
detailed.
what
Yeah.
we had. So
Like,
The survey
this is existing.
that we have now is
More heated.
reflects
This
very
whole thing is
accurately
not-
what was on the property, at least when the survey
They
was
don't
done.
have to cover it in.
And
They go back to the beginning of the year.
A few calculations could be, I
Hit
think,
the water.
somewhat accurate.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Sure.
I heard they say if we had complaint from the neighbors, it's only one neighbor that complained, no one's else, and he knows, only one. And that's why I told the lady to step out because she's my neighbor and she's since day one I moved. Problem. I don't know because I'm Spanish or what, but she never liked me since, because I have
No,
my neighbors.
Well,
and
you'd be
it's a problem.
surprised at the number of neighbors that complained when things are done where they.
No, but I
don't-
know
they don't
around
have an
there-
Opportunity to voice their opinion in the
No,
public forum. Neighbors tend to complain after the fact, when they are surprised by something that isn't addressed, through current construction or public forums. That's been my impression.
No, I understand, but I know around there, no one.
I mean, this picture was 2021. You know this picture. If you look at your backyard, there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
it's not gonna generate one complaint. But when you come to this picture, which is 2025, there's a lot going on
There's a lot
back
going
here.
on.
There's a lot of stuff that, the gazebo, I don't know if they needed a thing for that gazebo.
The gazebo, which was a patio underneath, they did need to do a zoning permit for that. That was done early on with the pool.
Were there permits out prior? Were there permits requested prior to the construction?
No, there's
Yeah,
not.
basically,
no
Everything has to be walked back.
The pool is installed.
No permits were requested prior to any construction.
No, if you look at the variances that they're requesting, everything needs to be walked back, and judging from the pictures from 4 years ago, there's a lot of construction that went on. That's why, I mean, one of my concern is the neighbors complaining, one of them, yes, but, you know, there's a lot of construction that went on in that property.
Well, what
So-
permits were pulled for the things that are being
Okay.
discussed here?
When I bought the house, let's say I bought the house on July 31st of 2021. I was in the bank and a guy, he said, but how, he say, you have a keys, I give you this pool, but you have to take it out. I didn't even move. I moved in September. Then as soon as they was bringing the pool to the house, not even building, bringing the pool, and he knows, bringing the pool to the house, they called, here, and he called me, I came right away. They didn't even build the pool. And he came and he did how the pool was supposed to be. I thought I had permission for the pool because I did everything you told me. Even the fire department came, told me, we had to pull the ground for electricity. We did everything for the pool. I thought I had the proof because you went and did all the zoning and everything. The pool was not built.
The pool, but the pool was.
They brought it in.
The pool's in the yard, and quite frankly, it's long enough ago, I don't know whether it was. If it wasn't erected, it wasn't erected. But the point is, you need a zoning permit, you did the zoning permit, and along with that, you would have needed construction. permit.
And I brought the
And
paper.
and you did that.
Yeah, I did all that. I paid $1,500 for the electricity guy to come and do all that. Then I thought I had a permit for the pool.
At the same time, then at that time, you asked me about the gazebo in the patio. So we did that zoning at the same time we did the pool. So that was all.
Even I bought a stair for 200 and something because the other guy, I forgot his name, he told me you need a perfect stair. I brought like 3 stairs. I was coming, he said, no, they're not good. They're not good. I had to return it. And then I came here, I said, please, can you show me which stair is gonna be the good one? Because I keep buying it. He showed me, he said, go here. And I brought perfect the one, they lock by themselves because they say some kids died before. Even I brought the stair that they told me and everything. I did everything for the pool. I didn't know it was not approved because I didn't do it.
So if the pool, I mean, if the building permit was closed out, the pool was approved, was closed out with regard to the proper fencing, the proper electrical, the proper stairs. Those all, the issue, the only issue today with the pool is that it wasn't installed to provide the 10-foot side yard setback. And I think you're okay on the rear, but I think this one side you were a little too close. So ultimately, so doing this, that you're asking for the variance, your options would be now to drain the pool and move it or ask for the variance. Right, and of course, the shed had there were no permits on the shed. There were no, until after the fact.
Yeah, because I told you,
And
but I didn't thought.
That, I couldn't
Yeah.
remember that back then, also in the last number of the possibly building. The roof structure over the back end got required zoning before it got started. We didn't have zoning for that. And the expansion of the different walks and things, we needed zoning for that. So there, every time I come to you, you are correct. When I come to you, you do exactly what we're asking you to do.
I do everything. Even you told me to do 2 zoning. I did one and I had to pay an extra because you told me the one that I had and even a year ago, it was not good. And I had to pay $1,000 more to do
For the survey.
to the survey. One back in the back.
Mrs.
Pay,
Manelso,
you know,
our goal,
everything.
is to get you legal. That's our
Thank you.
goal.
No, and I want to be illegal. I don't want,
But you have to do it, you have to listen to what we're asking, okay? And you have to ask for permission
yes,
before you build.
that's
So
mine.
what we're asking here is, you need to do some things on the property first. Okay,
I guess what I'm coming from is different. I live in Patterson 35 years, I have a house over there. We build everything and we never, I guess.
all over there.
How's the zoning also? You can't do
Yeah.
anything you want in Patterson either.
No, I said, but we everybody controls everything, we never, and nobody comes and do. I thought, it was, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna say, I didn't thought you had to do even for a little shed house is already built. I know when you do a building thing, that's what I thought.
Just on this issue, we have other people that come in the same kind of situation and people around them say, I come in ahead of time, get my stuff done, build it as spec'd, yet I see other people come in, build it and then ask for forgiveness. why am I,
I understand.
why am I the dope?
No, I
You know,
understand.
by doing it. So you're the homeowner, the buck stops with you. And if you try to sell your house, you're gonna have to rely on someone who's not gonna ask the question to the town, where are the permits for all the stuff that I see here? They see a house with all this stuff and no permits in the town,
You won't be able to sell the house.
you won't be able to sell the house. So, you know, these are all things to consider. Everybody complains when they're not given a chance to know what's going on. And these are some of the ramifications that result.
So
So,
question, you had a side conversation with her before regarding the pool side setback from 10 feet to 8 feet that's currently there now. But you also said it's the permit in construction has been closed down, the pool permit. Is that true?
I truly, I can't say one way or the other because I'm not paying attention to the construction, other than once I approve the zoning, I say you need to do a building permit before you use the pool.
So she never demonstrated to you that the pool was constructed within your setbacks?
No.
Okay,
No, and.
So and you knew that-
You know, in the perfect world, I would be able to go out and look at every
Yeah.
project that I approve. That is not even remotely possible. And unfortunately, you know, my approval includes what I can approve as far as setbacks and lot coverages and all that sort of thing. But there's absolutely no time in the day, no possible way that one person can do that and do property maintenance
I agree.
and
Yeah,
all the
it's
other
a
things.
challenging.
You probably
understand.
know 2 or 3 people.
So we're gonna have more of this then,
Oh, God, yeah.
and we're back on.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, then what we need to do is hire more full-time people. That's what we need.
Code
Well,
enforcement.
I think we need to resolve this property and like walk it back and say, okay, this we need to do to remedy and to approve this, because right now, I don't know what we're approving really, because it's so much construction took place. And I don't know if she was misled or given the wrong green light or whatever, but to me, like, this needs to be resolved one way or another, and then I don't think we have a problem approving it, but we need to kind of be fair about the approval process here for everybody.
You knew,
not just-
you knew the set, Bill gave you a thing, said, listen, you have to make sure that that pool is 10 feet off the side, 10 feet. You were aware of that before you put the pool up, correct?
And like I said, he came and he said it has to be around here and.
Well, that's not, he's gonna tell you, you have a survey. Right? So you have to measure 10 feet in, 10 feet back, and that's where you can start. You can't put it over here because he gave you an approval to put it 10 feet, and you did not do that. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I told the guy when he came, I guess the one that we pay, I didn't put it the right
yeah,
way.
the responsibility is with you.
I don't-
You're the top of the food chain in what happens in your property.
So
You
to put
can't, you
the,
can't
I
say
have no
it's someone
idea.
else's
so
responsibility.
to put this in
I have no
perspective on the
idea.
pool issue, she's either gotta move the pool or ask for the variance of the 2 feet.
Yes.
A little easier to ask for the variance than it is to move a pool. But
The only
that
thing is
takes
it's
that out
not-
of the equation.
It's not like it's 3 feet off the line.
Right.
You have 8, and we've approved pools that are within 5 because of constraints or whatever. So it's not it's not a huge stretch. She was wrong where it is, and that's why she's here asking for a variance to allow it to stay where it is.
Thank you.
So.
But
that-
then, if we go down to variance from top down, right, maximum number of accessory structure 2, where 4 proposed.
Yeah, we would have to do something with that to get that
You go
into
down
conformance.
By line item, there's a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah.
I don't mind helping, working out with the homeowner. But, you know, if we have to make concession on 8 versus 10, that's not a big
Yeah.
deal.
I mean,
think
Bill, is
that-
that other hot tub, was that part of the number of accessory structures, the one sitting in the yard?
Actually, I'm only aware of one hot tub.
Well, there is one in
The
the,
extra one she's getting rid of,
Okay.
but
what are the other accessory structures, the little
There's
sheds,
4, so you got the pool, where's the 3 other?
the gazebo?
The
We have the
gazebo?
gazebo, the pool, the shed, and the hot tub.
But the hot tub is inside the thing,
it's
not
an
outside.
enclosure.
It's in the enclosure thing. It's not in my
We don't
back.
have a legal enclosure yet.
Oh, no, I said, but it's not in the backyard. It's in that little thing part of the house.
Okay, so I guess the backyard hot tub will be leaving the property when?
Well, my husband, I think he's coming in the weekend. I could call him now and say, and then he could remove it right away, because he has to think of his word for,
So,
I mean,
Down to three.
the big thing is,
I could move it this weekend, it's the latest. By
Yeah.
Monday you guys go, I would not have it.
there's just a lot of clutter laying
It's-
in there. Like, if you look at other
It's
yards
good.
around you, like.
When the summer, I could show you my
Yeah.
backyard, in the summer,
All right, well,
beautiful.
That
Now
might
it's
be,
a lot of mess because I started all that working and I couldn't finish and I have all that mess in there. But
that
if I
might
show
be
you,
something that I don't have to see no.
oh, no,
pictures.
no,
That
but if I show you
triggers the neighbors,
no,
like,
no.
all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute.
my
this is-
backyard, I could say from the other neighbors, my backyard is beautiful because I decorated and everything,
Yeah.
but because we started on construction, everything is a mess over there halfway.
Well, I think what they're asking, what they're saying is that, the hot tub, you're indicating that it's gonna be removed within a week.
Within a week, I promise.
Also,
Within a week.
An exercise machine,
That's gonna be the hot data in the little pot over there.
so between the
So that's gonna be
fences.
Yes, that's gonna be removed too. That's
By
gonna
the
be too.
fence line and in between the fences, there's a lot of rubbish. That's laying on the ground.
Let's keep this to.
Okay, why don't we, at this point, why don't we,
I'd like to table this. if
well,
we can.
why don't we open this to the public and see if there's anybody from the public that would wish to comment on this application? Do I see anybody? Step forward, man.
No.
You gotta,
Come up.
Guess we're in.
Yes, I will. Maybe if you're, or from testimony that you're about to be able to do the truth, is out the gun.
Yes,
Would you be kind enough to state your name, spell your last name and your address?
Amani Ramsey, 43 Mast Road, Apacon, New Jersey.
Thank you.
Ramsey. Sorry, but my voice is a little hoarse. Good evening, everyone. I'm Amani Ramsey. I'm a real estate agent over in Westfield, New Jersey, under Signature Realty. Fellow neighbor here. I just wanted to clarify some things. She's a wonderful neighbor, one. Secondly, I do agree with you, sir, that we don't understand what's going on at this moment, what we are here to approve of, which I do wholeheartedly agree. I think at this time, what sounds like the best plan of action personally would be to approve the main things that's going on, which will be the pool. And I think we should maybe make sure those are in the right process and the right steps. Secondly, being removing all the garbage, doing a bulk pickup for her. Now, I know the time frame. I don't agree with the week. We can maybe do it even, maybe give her 2 weeks, give her grace. Her husband does travel. She does have 3 children. I just want to make that comment. I do understand that it is overwhelming to the other fellow neighbors that are on the side of her. I'm across from her. But I do understand that there's a bulk of garbage and things of rubbish that on the survey and the lines. I just want to address that though, and just to clarify a little bit there. Maybe that's the order of operations we can do there. Would that be fair? At least just.
well, that's, I mean, that, thank you for your
Of
comment
course.
and your input on it,
Yeah,
but, I don't,
yes. I can sit.
okay.
If you like.
Yeah, no, actually, I'll stay over here.
Do you have any more? Or are you good?
No, I may. I'll raise my hand again.
So when you sell properties though, the getting permits and compliance
Of
is
course.
important
Very
for a
important.
lot of reasons. It makes your job
A
easier.
lot easier. I would 100% agree there. I agree with this
You
gentleman.
understand the friction points that are coming up here. And for other
100%.
people that go through the process and
100%.
the other people get fast tracked after. the fact.
If she was to sell this property tomorrow, it would be very hard for me to sell it on her behalf. I do agree there. Without having the permits and everything under your legislation, it would be difficult. So that's why I do agree. At least we'll do the steps of operation in the right order because she does understand it now. So I do agree with you on that behalf.
So you as a realtor, the first thing you do when you're selling a property is go to the town and say, are there any open permits on this property, right?
Correct.
What's going on?
Well,
Are
actually,
they
I'll talk to my client first. Hopefully she'll be honest.
closed? Well, you know what I'm
But,
saying? I mean,
you know.
that's what people do today.
Of course, of
Years
course.
ago, they didn't really,
Of
they
course.
ran it, that's why they ran into trouble.
Yeah.
So if what you have there is not, never got a
Registered and-
permit and never approved, then it becomes a problem. Then you have a problem trying to sell her
Of course,
property because
of
this is an issue that's not gonna get resolved today.
Right.
So,
So if I was to summarize what my understanding of the ask is,
Mhm.
it's to approve the pool, remove the items that are causing attention, like.
Yeah, everything that's causing a sore eye.
Broken thing.
Mhm.
That area that's collecting water, there is a temporary plastic on top,
Yes.
but you want to do something with it. You now understand you can't just wing it. You've
No.
gotta have a construction.
Of course,
Plan.
of course, of course.
Right? A
of
real
course.
one,
Yeah,
not.
that will be approved by you guys.
Well, not by us.
That would
Well,
conform to construction.
Right.
Take that to construction.
Right?
Right,
But that, so you're telling us that that existing depressed area in the backyard was there when you bought that?
Yes.
That's 4 steps down to the, and it was
That's all it-
open.
Yes,
So I don't think anybody is in objection to building that to where you could put a roof over to shed the water onto the ground, because like I said, the way, if you didn't have that,
Right.
it's a bowl. There's no place to put a floor
Yeah.
drain in there and have it go. You're in the lowest part of that
True.
whole area.
And I would agree, if that's the plan.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
a good thing. I would not oppose.
yeah.
But if you're saying what's there now,
Mhm.
because safety wise, the thing could collapse
No.
on people who are sitting in there.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole lot of safety issues,
Pros and cons.
not knowing
Mhm.
what the code standard is that it was built to.
Of
Yeah, what
course.
you have there now is nowhere near anywhere remotely close to being acceptable by a construction official.
Yeah.
So if you were to
Yep.
get approvals to close that in, it
Mhm.
would have to be done with an architect's drawing or someone that's capable of doing a proper drawing,
Mhm.
showing the construction to build that. And it would not be any bigger than what was previously, the
Correct.
foundation that is there,
yes.
that would be it. No,
Yes.
and it would shed to the backyard, you know, further away from the house, the
Mhm.
roof. I mean, that's the only, you know, I don't have a problem with that because you're solving a problem. I mean, I know that house. I remember that driveway and I'm like, I watched
Yeah.
that guy for years,
It's been a
pumping
pain.
the,
Yeah.
yeah,
They know
it was a stupid.
Yeah.
Water out, my neighbor.
It was a
Yeah.
ridiculous,
Waters.
whoever designed that, whoever built that house should be in jail, really.
Listen, yeah, couldn't agree with you there.
So.
Maybe they are.
Definitely.
We don't know.
No, they're.
Listen. God bless their hearts, you know,
So,
listen.
okay, anyone else from the public wish to comment on this application?
I'm gonna take a seat, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Okay, we're good?
No, we got one more.
Oh, we got one more?
You swear affirm testimony that you're about to give with the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
State your name, spell your last name and your address.
Karen Coon, Koon, 43 Mass Road,
Thank you, ma'am.
Pacom, New Jersey. So I just want to say, because Sonia is one of my good friends and my neighbor, and the construction that her husband did on the side of the house, will we be able to give her the permit for the whole construction thing? Does she have to remove what's already there and start all over from the beginning?
What was done on the side of the house?
Well, what we're talking about, the plastic.
Yeah, no,
the
that-
down
that-
shed,
for that- no,
everything we're
that-
talking about,
That's the enclosure of
the
the,
enclosure.
Oh, in the back of the house.
Right, so I'm trying to find out, moving forward, does she have
That
to
is
get,
not approved.
that is not approved.
well,
So
it could be approved, but it has to be, if we approve that, it has to be constructed properly.
That's what I'm asking.
Where it conforms,
So
where it
does she
looks
have to
like
take that
everybody else.
what we already got going on and redo it all over
Yes,
again? Is that where
yes,
we're going
yeah.
with that? Okay, I just want
Properly
her
built,
to
constructed
understand
properly,
what
with
it is.
2x4s, 2x6, so whatever
Yes.
you need to, but because right now, if somebody could be sitting in a hot tub and you get a heavy, whatever, that whole thing could collapse right now. It's just not built. You know, it's like I don't wanna, it's like a kid's fort, really. I mean, it's not, it's
No,
structurally, it has no
I
integrity.
don't know if you were here for Superstorm Sandy.
No.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I was on the
No.
other side of Jersey.
Okay,
Yeah,
a lot of the houses stood, some
Yeah.
didn't, but a
Yeah,
lot did.
yeah.
That would not stand.
okay,
So if
I
you were
agree.
to,
We're talking about the
get
way he
approval,
Had the wood and.
if you were to get approval, you would have to construct that.
From-
You know, just to give you the height where you could stand, when you go down those steps, you have whatever, 8 feet of
And-
clearance, that's all. But it would have to be in that footprint of that existing foundation, no bigger.
Yeah.
And the water has to be directed back away from your neighbor, so you have to put a gutter on there with maybe some downspouts where it doesn't go to either side of you, it has to go, I don't know where the low point in the yard
It's
is.
in the front. It goes to the front.
Okay.
It's been there when I moved.
We'd be basically recommending speaking to an engineer, architect. put
okay,
that
that's what I
together.
want to know. I want
Yeah.
her to be clear about what she
Yeah.
needs to
Yeah,
do
that's gonna
forward.
get an
so I
architect,
think- so I'm
an
thinking,
engineer in there.
Does he have to remove what he's already done and start all over with
That's, yeah, what was
construction?
done was not recognized as valid construction.
Gotcha.
then the
You
very.
might know an architect, right? I forget the guy that owned that house, but I believe he was an architect. Yes.
So what you could do, I
Wow.
would imagine,
Yeah.
is you could split up what are the things that are being approved and what are the things that are not being approved. That doesn't mean you can't do it.
Right.
You gotta come back with real plans and, you know,
We gotta be able to look at something, say, okay, this is how you're gonna address it, where it has to be aesthetically pleasing to your neighbors. It
agree.
can't look like a chicken coop. You know what I'm
agree.
saying? It has to be legit,
Agree.
with windows in it, whatever, and a proper door where, listen, we.
That's
see,
the
you-
way I wanted it.
Okay, well, you got,
That's the way I
you got
want it.
problems back there with the water, so this will mitigate a lot of your problems. To properly do it, drain the water wherever it has to go, you
Yeah,
know?
thank
Are
you.
we done with the public?
Excellent.
Yeah, and there's no one else in the public that wishes to comment on this application? Okay, seeing none, I'll bring it back to the board for a motion and maybe some recommendations.
I feel like there's no sense of urgency to like approve anything here and maybe give her like 30 days, like, you know, like kind of a game plan to come back to us and say, okay, I did this, and kind of will help you close out some of these variants and everything else and work with you. And then just to put everything to a close.
Would you maybe, I mean, I don't wanna get, but would you maybe wanna ask for an extension where you can get proper drawings and you can bring it to us, cause we have nothing, we don't have any drawings of what you're proposing to do there.
I have.
Well, you have to, you have to go,
application.
yeah, it has to be a real drawing that we can comprehend and give us a drawing from one side, the other side, the back, what it's gonna look like complete. So this way your neighbors also have an opportunity to look at those drawings. And if they have any concerns with it, they can come here and address it, like, but just, I mean, I can't approve what I went and saw. You know what I'm saying? I could never let that go because like I said, it's not anywhere near conformance to construction. It's not, it's just.
You're not finding the property at all, right? There's no fines against it, right? Okay. So there's no harm.
Or does he, no. So would you like to ask for an extension to get those plans? I mean, I don't know, what do you think? 2 months? Can you have all that back to us in 2 months? Where you have a legit coherent set of
Then we can.
drawings, maybe a little bit of gray work, like the one fellow that was here tonight, I'm not recommending him, but the guy he's an engineer and a surveyor, and Bill could probably hook you up with someone, I mean, not that we're supposed to, but that can put you on the right path to what we need.
In other words,
We're gonna help you close it out, but we'll just make sure you have enough time
Yes, sir.
and you have to do the right stuff
Yeah.
also.
I'm giving her like 2 months. It's 2 months. Would you like an extension for 2 months to get that?
Okay.
I mean,
So I was gonna say, May the 5th is a meeting that's a month away, but if you wanted to do it to the June.
I think we'll give her a little extra time.
Be June, May 2nd to May 5th,
What's that?
What's the June meeting?
have an application.
Second of June.
We don't have a meeting on the second.
She'll never be able to get that by
16th.
that.
June 16th.
No, it's too quick. I think
She'll
it's.
never be able to get.
So why don't you say, you ask for an extension till the June 16th meeting?
Okay.
That gives you plenty of time to get all this. This way, when you come back, we have everything and then we can make a decision. All right?
What I would state for the record, if that's what the board is agreeing, that this matter is gonna be carried without further notice.
Yes.
That's correct.
To the 16th of June, 2026, no further notice will be provided. And
Yeah.
that's being said so that the neighbors understand, if we will not get another notice, that there will be a hearing again on that date. So if you'd like to come, feel free. Thank you.
But just, I think also from a good faith perspective, a number of things were discussed, like you would remove the hot tub
Oh,
that
yes,
is in
definitely.
disrepair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so,
we shouldn't have to revisit
No.
those issues again on the 16th.
so hopefully on the 16th of June, we can say, wow, I went back there, it's all cleaned up. We have the proper drawings and now we can move ahead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, if we had a motion to grant the extension with those,
If that's your policy.
Yeah.
Certainly a motion
And-
like that with,
yeah.
I don't
I'll make a
think
motion
roll
that
call
we
is here, so-
allow the applicant the extension without notice.
And you just gotta make sure that those drawings are in 10 days before the meeting, so they can distribute it to all of us, and we have time to go out and look at it. Okay, so
Clear.
really, you have to have everything into Danielle by like the 6th of June. Okay?
Do I have to remove that right away or I have to do what I have to do
Why
and
don't
then
you
later?
clean- get everything cleaned up and
I think somebody suggested 2 weeks, it would be nice if you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could do that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say you gotta take the roof, because it does, right now it is providing you
It's
relief.
Yes, that's what I mean, that's what I mean, yes.
Getting the water.
When the water for this,
So-
when this is raining time, water time, and
That
this is
can-
the season, I get flooding all the
For,
time.
for the time being, that can stay,
This is-
and we'll make a decision on the 16th.
Alright.
Okay, so we have a, we
Got a
have,
motion?
we have a motion, we have a second?
Second.
Okay,
Mr. Sherrillo?
Yes.
Mr. Diamond?
Yes.
Mr. Cadmick?
Yes.
Councilman Kuzic?
Yes.
Mr. Maslowski?
Yes.
Chairman Ray?
yes,
Mr. Tappan?
Yes.
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you. God
See you
bless everyone.
in June.
Good night.
Adrian.
God bless.
All right, next application is Dimitri Simbler, 331 Squad Trail, block 50410, lot 3.
Love you, I'm gonna step out.
Yes, sir. Unaccomplished today.
Man.
Okay.
Good evening, guys.
Phil, you
How are you? My name, this is the owner. My name is Juan Bonilla. I'm representing the architects. Mhm.
All right, swear from the testimony that you're about to get, are you gonna say the truth to help you God? First of all, would you put your name for the last name?
Yes, I didn't have mine, but I was using the.
I don't know why.
My name is Juan Bonilla. Juan. My last name is Dionilla. As a designer and the junior architect representing Inside Design Studios. So we're the architects trying to show you Inside Design.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We good?
We're good, so I should.
Okay, tell us what you'd like to do.
So we did a variance in this house previously. We did an extension in a one-family house. It's a beautiful house. Then suddenly he realized that he needed some space in the back. He's the property owner of 331 and 329 Squad Trail, so they're front to back. They're facing the lake, and it's a fantastic view that he has, and he wants to do a small deck portion on the rear of his property. Based on what we understood, we're too close to the property line, so therefore we needed to go through a variance. After we did the zoning analysis, obviously the variance came in, and also we went through the health department request to do certain changes, and that's detailing the shape of the deck itself, as well as the materials that we're going to be using. The materials are going to be non-combustible materials, and obviously we're going to have 5 foot away from the well. So that's kind of the odd shape that you see in there, but he wants to have some space for his family, and his property, and the beautiful view that we have in there. So with that being said, this is what we're asking for. We're trying to get this small deck on the rear, approved by you guys.
So you're not going any further, you're not going out past the building footprint to the.
Either way.
To the
No.
left or rear, you're staying in that,
We're staying on the back of the
Yeah.
house, and we're not extending after the property. You can see it, and the back property is belongs to him as well, so.
I mean, it basically calls for a deck there, you know what I'm saying? I get that, what are you doing?
You said it fast,
So-
yes.
All right, any comments? I mean, it's pretty
Yeah,
straightforward.
it is straightforward, and the land is already kind of
Yeah.
well set up to put a deck there. I didn't see this as being.
No, and it's, like I said, it's not going out past anything, it's in.
within that square.
All right, were there any other questions of the applicant? No. All right, I have no more. At this time, I'll open this application to the public. Does anyone from the public wish to comment on this application? Seeing none, I'll bring it back to the board. For a motion, now that well is gonna be accessible, correct? You're gonna be able.
Yes,
you're
you
gonna
have a
leave it-
path, you can see it in
Okay.
there, you marked that up
Okay.
on the drawings, so.
Okay, so I'm waiting for a motion, one way or another.
And the motion, I would assume is going to be approval, but it's also going to include acknowledgement of the pre-existing non-conformities.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second.
Mr. Sherrillo?
Yes.
Mr. Cadmick?
Yes.
Mr. Diamond?
Yes.
Ms. Crock?
Yes.
Mr. Maslowski? Chairman Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Tappan?
Yes.
All right, you got your, you got your. What do you want?
Thank
What do
you.
want?
I mean, we're trying
You want
to
more?
have a nice neighborhood for everybody, so we're trying to enhance the areas, and they know we're trying to do the best we can.
So you're asking for a waiver of memorialization? I wanna hear him say it.
Yes, please do say something.
Gotta tell my uncle.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to waive the memorialization period?
Second.
All right,
Mr. Schrolla,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Academy,
Yes.
Ms. Crock, Mr. Maslowski,
Yes.
Chairman Ray,
yes,
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
okay, how about it?
Enjoy the.
Good luck.
And Danielle, one more thing, it's just, this was the only thing that we were missing, remember? Oh, sorry. Jeez, the 4 cents. Yep.
Okay, let me get my agenda here. Where is it? I don't know why. James. All right, the next application is Albiro Regosa, 16 Coolidge Trail, block 40313, lot 4. The applicant is proposing to redo their current front porch, repave the driveway, and build a gazebo in the backyard. Step
Yes.
right up, sir. He'll swear you in.
Right.
So you swear firm testimony that you're about to give me the truth to help you guys.
Yes, I
And you've done the state name still into the record and your address.
My name is Albeiro Raigosa. My last name is Raigosa. The address is 16 Coolidge Trail, Apaka, New Jersey, 07843.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. Tell us what you'd like to do.
I want to do a deck in the front
Okay,
and then I bought a gazebo and I put it in the back.
okay,
And then, you know, I wasn't aware that I needed
A permit.
a permit for that, so.
all right.
because-
Bill, is the front porch gonna be bigger than what's there now?
Yes. No, it's just steep. Mr. Ragusa kind of asked me if I could help a little bit with this.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
This is
that's
my
fine.
first
I mean, the clarification for us keeps it moving.
Basically, what had occurred is, a gentleman came to our office a while back. And, he was actually looking at the property purchase plan, and he discovered that there was a small addition in the back of the house that was done, and he was, Oprah went through the files and.
No permits.
Permits for it. Now, that
Shocker.
was not done by Mr. Libby, this was done by a previous owner. So ultimately, I went up and of course, so that's, if they got the recent revision plan.
Yeah, where it's highlighted in yellow?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the yellow part. So the yellow part's what really belongs to the property.
Okay,
Now there's a deck that's out back with the gazebo. And, you know, they were expanded. I'm not sure, I mean, I know the deck is expanded since Mr. was there. I don't know whether it's completely built.
Like the color coded.
Also, let me preface that these things will all require building permits if they are approved, so, you know,
Okay.
Mr. O'Connor's gonna be there taking care of that. But at any rate, so that precipitated, you know, a variance. And then Mr. Ragusa would really love to have that front deck, but it's a covered deck, in the front. And, it's, I don't believe it goes out any further. I'm not absolutely dead certain, but at any rate, it's 15 feet by the width of the house. And you'd end up with a 34-foot front yard setback.
If I recall from visiting the property, and correct me if I'm wrong, there were some drain out areas that were like pipes that were sticking up.
Right, yeah.
So that was off to the side of the house or in front of the house? You had a kind of like a pipe, was that for septic clean out or?
When I bought the property, I noticed that there was like about 7 or 8 pipes in the backyard, right, and along the property line.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it was because to see where was the septic tank or where was the water. I have called the guy that supposedly put the septic tank. And I asked him, because at one point, after I moved in, the septic tank didn't work. So I had to call him up and listen, I was told that the septic tank is brand new. So the guy explained to me, he came and he took a look at the stuff, he cleaned it, whatever. And I asked him what were those
those things were. So then he said that those were put there, so when they constructed the tank, they would give them like where the water flows or
Access
whatever.
ports?
Well, you
Yeah,
should have
access
two,
port.
you should have two on the septic tank. And then you should have four in your field on each corner. Is that what you have there?
Right there.
So
Was
they
that
have
at
to
the
stay
back
there.
of the house that you're
Yeah,
speaking?
yeah,
Okay, in the
But the-
front, right at the foot of the steps,
right.
there's this big giganta thing.
That's
What's
the,
that?
that's the well.
The well is in
Oh,
there.
the well.
Yeah.
Okay, and
So
also
that-
at the bottom of your driveway, you've got
There's a
big
round
circle.
cap. There's a cap at the bottom.
Oh, yeah,
of the driveway.
there's a
Water-
cap, I don't know
water
what
pump?
is that.
That's in
When I
the
bought the
driveway.
property, it was there, so,
It's right in the driveway.
yeah, it
So
is
you're
like.
not gonna cover that up, right? You're gonna leave
No,
it
no,
accessible?
because I'm pretty sure that when I bring the guy that's gonna pave the driveway,
Yeah.
he's
He'll
gonna
work
tell me
around
we can't cover that, cause I don't even know what that is.
Do you have town water or your own?
No,
well
that's
pump?
well up there.
It's
That's
a well.
probably what it is.
Yeah, maybe the big thing in the front might have been the old well.
Yeah.
And this, is it about 6 inches in diameter?
Right, yeah.
That's a cased well,
And
probably.
it's pretty high.
It's sticking up. Yeah, it's about 6 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your well. Does it have a blue cap on it or?
It
No,
has a cap.
the one at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a big, like a fire hydrant, but it's got like a blue.
Somebody put an
Thing.
extension on it.
Yeah.
Probably, I was
The
like,
one that has like a blue or green cap on it, that's
Right,
your
right.
well.
it's a blue cap.
Now, what's the other thing we're talking about? Where is that?
It's at
I
the
don't know,
bottom
it's
of
at the end of
driveway to
the
right.
driveway.
Yeah.
When I go into my driveway, it's like a big sewer thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
not
so-
gonna get covered, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not gonna
Okay.
get
Alright.
covered, cause I don't even know what it is.
The reason I asked about the stovepipe in the front is will your,
just gotta get.
porch cover that up
No, he
or
said
make
no.
it inaccessible?
No,
I just asked.
of course,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make it accessible because it's gonna be like.
Go ahead, Bill.
If I may, actually, the fact that this was an actual addition to a house on a septic system, it does need Sussex County help, matter of fact, I checked that off. So, Mr. Ragusa, I don't believe you've done that yet, but it will need, it's a minor application you make to them with your plans, and then they'll go over their concerns. And I think those concerns will be exactly what.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see that little addition, 8 by 26, it's a little bump out and it goes, I mean, I can't see it really creating an additional bedroom. You know what I'm
Because-
saying?
Because if it needs, I'm gonna make a door, so in case they gotta get to that.
Well, you gotta call the health department, Sussex County Health Department, and ask them how many bedrooms your septic system is approved for. Well, how many bedrooms do you have in the house?
I got two.
Two? Alright, so that septic system, if it's fairly new, you're saying it was
Yeah.
recently put, so they will have all that. They'll say, okay, it was two, it's still two, you're good. There's no, but Bill would like to have that confirmation,
Okay.
okay? It's an easy thing to do. You can, he can give you the number to make the, you could even do it online, really. I mean, but it's easier just to call him up there. So, okay, any other questions of this applicant? No? Seeing none, at this point, I'll open it to the public. Does anybody from the public wish to comment?
I gotta stand over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Roseanne Brown.
Okay.
I own 24 Coolidge Trail, which directly is attached to his property. I have a concern about the driveway.
Okay, I thought you were gonna ask questions. Do you swear to affirm testimony that you're about to give you the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Thank you.
Mrs. Brown, where's your property? Next to his or behind his?
it's next to his. As you're looking at his property, I'm on the right-hand side.
Thank you.
Okay, and I have a concern about the driveway.
Okay.
It's being repaved and it's being made larger, but there's a large pile of concrete construction debris that's been dumped over the property line. And most of it's on my property, and I'm concerned about what is going to happen when he redoes this driveway. That more of it's going to be on my property.
Was the debris dumped by,
It was
This
somebody
fella?
that
No.
was living in the house.
so that's before you purchased that, before he purchased the
No, it
house?
was last
or-
fall.
Okay,
I have
So
pictures.
other people are living there?
I don't know who's living there. He can tell you that. I don't know who's living there. But I have pictures and
I don't know what she.
I have pictures. I
No,
have
no,
pictures.
I understand, ma'am. I just want to know what the debris is.
It looks like it's concrete. There was a jackhammer running all weekend,
I have a picture of it. You show me.
right there. See, this is the property line is here. Okay? And all this is piled up. Part of it's on your property, and this is the driveway that you're gonna repave, and all this is mine.
We're gonna need to mark that, guys.
No, that's the wrong house. This is not my driveway.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm looking at the survey. This is your survey, correct,
Yeah,
Bill?
yeah, that's my.
This is his survey? Okay, so I'm looking at the survey and it's showing me that, I don't know what's there. You got a masonry block on her side of the property. Is there some type of a wall there or a little? Is that's clearly on your property, right? Probably, I don't know, I'm not gonna say a foot and a half. So, but as it goes back, it seems to get pretty close to so no part of that driveway is on her property, correct, Bill?
I would, I just.
So if you if there's debris from your construction that's anywhere past that driveway, you gotta clean that up and make that transition.
That's what my concern is.
Okay.
People-
I have. Let her talk.
Okay.
My concern is, I was under the understanding that the driveway was gonna be 9.5. It was gonna be like 6 inches wider.
Which way are you going? Are you going wide?
I'm
Nothing?
not doing anything. I'm just paving the driveway that.
What's existing there already? What is existing? You're not making any bigger.
Why? I spoke to Mr. Donegan that.
Here's the survey for my house.
see that.
That's not my house.
Is this the only picture you have,
Picture,
ma'am?
I don't know.
Is this the only picture?
That's what it looks like right now.
It's a little hard to think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
That's
First,
You've got
concrete.
retaining wall.
Three.
Driveway right there. See this? See this right here? Yeah.
No, this is his
This is
property
the
here.
concrete
This is
wall right
mine
here.
here. Here's my survey. I have a
Clearly
120-foot
Oh,
frontage.
I don't know what this is.
Can you?
I don't think so,
identify-
ma'am.
No, wait a minute, hold on. Can you identify what this first picture, which is now marked by me as 01, what is that?
That's his driveway.
Okay, that's his drive.
And the property line
That
is
See, this is his.
1 foot from this property line here.
I don't know.
where the rocks are.
That's correct.
Second one is an 02, what is that?
That's the same thing. It's just from a different angle. It's from looking from my property over
That
here.
I don't want to step
Oh,
off.
that's a tree.
03, what is that?
That's just
Oh, I
a
love
different
that
view. You
program.
can see the fence back here, working the property line. So this is all the debris.
Hold on. You'll have your turn.
What's gonna happen when he tries to redo his driveway?
Why don't we take-
So if you're gonna repave the existing driveway, you're not gonna make it any bigger, you're gonna stay within those concrete barriers. Can
My
you,
understanding was it was gonna be 6 inches bigger.
no, he's not, he's not,
As a matter of fact, I spoke to Mr.
Donegan.
Donegan, in reference to me doing 40 on my driveway, cause it's too narrow, the beginning of the driveway is too narrow. So I have to really
Widen it out a little,
widen out.
but you're gonna widen it out up towards more into your property, not
Right,
towards her
right,
side.
right.
Okay,
But
so nothing's gonna change on along your side, where yours and his property come, he's not gonna change anything
Not
there.
gonna be wider
No, he's gonna make it wider
his way.
into his yard. Okay, that's all, he's not going any further.
Okay, then what do I do with all this debris?
Was the debris put there by this gentleman?
It came from somebody that was living in the house.
Can you clean it up? I mean-
I have no idea what this is.
Go ahead, speak.
I don't wanna disrespect the lady, but that's not my house, that's the house, 2 houses from my house.
Yes.
Maybe somebody
don't
needs to go out and look at the property.
Mine is 16 College Trail, the one that she's talking about
Is the next house down?
2 houses
No, my
down.
house is 24. There's lots moving together.
Right, you're at 24. you're looking at, the person who has that material in those pictures of the driveway on lot 20. He's at lot 16. So he's two houses down.
He's not your neighbor. He's not.
Here's, if you wanna look at this.
Okay, let's look at.
Sure. This is an aerial photo. I think you're looking at that property line there. That's your house.
Yes,
His house is over here.
okay, my mistake.
Don't know.
I just,
All right.
I just gotta.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
That's gotta be.
Yeah.
You know what? Chairman, I'll take this back.
Yeah, yeah, look at them real quick, but, okay, so
Yeah, they don't even approve it.
we had a discrepancy with the properties. Okay,
Because when I asked Mr. Donegan about putting into my property
Yeah.
to widen my driveway,
Yeah.
he told me I also needed a permit.
yeah,
So then, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna pave it because in the winter time, it is kind of hard for me to go into my driveway.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
so you wanna widen them
kind of-
out a little bit, just to get in and out.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
that's
just
what I'm
gonna
looking
pay.
at, I'm looking at his picture, I'm like, well, I don't really see what the problem is here, you know? Yeah, no, there's no problem, but we're good.
We'll back in, Bob.
So, all right, anyone else from the public wish to comment on this application? Step right up, sir. I knew you were coming up.
Yeah.
So do you swear affirm testimony that you're about to give the truth, the help you God?
Yes,
State your name, spell your last name.
Stan Manning, Manning, 60, I'm giving you yours, 14 Coolidge Trail.
Okay, where are you in relation to this property?
You're looking at the house to the left.
Okay, you sure?
I don't know.
All right,
You're over here.
Yeah,
okay,
okay,
There you
I've known Al now since he moved in a couple of years ago, and he's here. Great job repairing the house, improving it and everything else. It used to have a porch on the front.
Yeah.
And the people, I think twice removed, ripped it off because they didn't
Okay.
like it. So it's the replacement for that.
Okay.
His driveway is gonna be repaved. And he's staying in the barriers, which is great. It's a bad driveway.
yeah. Okay,
Backing out, again, it's just
Yeah.
a terrible spot.
so him widening it out is a good thing.
Very,
All right, perfect.
and as far as the backyard goes,
Oh.
the two things in the front are testing for water. Because there was a problem a
Contamination.
while back,
Well,
and that both
oil tank or
those
something.
things are for testing.
monitoring wells.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a brand new septic in the back
okay,
for when they redid the house before he moved in.
now we know.
So,
Okay,
everything
Sure they're
covered.
accessible going forward.
Yeah, and everything's great.
All right.
Plus to the neighborhood.
Especially if that's still inactive.
all right, good.
Okay,
That's it, thank you. Anyone else from the public wish to comment? Seeing none, I'll close it to the public, bring it back to the board for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion. I'll second.
Okay, I would go along with the motion a second, just with the provision that the front porch is not to be closed in for living space.
That's number one, and also number two, based upon what Bill talked about,
Okay,
subject to the review by the such.
yes.
I would like to modify my motion to accommodate those.
Well, yeah, and he has to, everything has to be done through a permit, and what was done prior, Bill O'Connor, the building inspector, will have to check everything to make sure it's in conformance, right? You don't have a problem with any of that? Okay,
Motion with the
Motion.
modification.
all right, and a second. We have a second, right?
Second.
Mr. Sherella?
Yes.
Mr. Diamond?
Yes.
Mr. Cattrick?
Yes.
Ms. Croft? Yes. Councilman Kuzic?
Yes.
Mr. Maslowski?
Yes.
Chairman Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Tappan?
Yes.
Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good night. Thank you. All right, continued applications, we have none. New application work session, I don't believe we have anything. At this point, the meeting is open to the public. Does anybody from the public wish to address the land use board? No? Close it to the public. Bring it back to the board and we'll wait for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Very good, thank you.
Thanks.
We don't need that. Ron.
I just don't
The mic already went
I don't
off.
wanna have to come back and do that.
Like too many words.
You already cut off.
It's a nice program, isn't it?
That is nice.
Can you